I'll just make sure everyone who comes in is on mute so that you don't get disturbed. And then if you do need to speak afterwards, please feel free to unmute yourselves. Okay, so we're going to start with the meditation. If you can put yourselves into the meditation posture. So, one who's new, and welcome back to all the familiar faces. It's really, really nice to see everyone today. So we start the session with a meditation, and then we usually go on to either have a group discussion or to talk about a new topic. So for those who've just joined, we're going to do the meditation, and then we're going to look at resonant breathing and do a little exercise with that too. So first, for the meditation, if you can sit with your back comfortably erect and supported, so you could be in a chair or against the wall. If you're on the floor, then just keep your legs stretched out in front of you, and if you're in a chair, just keep your legs uncrossed and keep your palms facing up on your lap and eyes closed. And just feel the surface that you're sitting on. Just going to ground ourselves before we begin. Feel the back of your palms against your legs, your back supported. Just feel your body in the space that you're in. And come into the present. And take a deep inhalation. Hold the breath for a moment. And slowly, gently exhale. Take a second deep inhalation. This time feeling the lungs and the whole body expanding as you breathe in, air flowing down the arms and legs, holding the breath for a moment. And slowly and gently exhale. And take a third deep inhalation, and this time seeing every cell in your body lighting up with energy, all the way from the top of your head down to the tips of your toes. Just see and feel the energy all over the body. And slowly and gently exhale. And now bring your awareness down to your feet and your toes, and just tensing all the muscles in your feet as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles in your feet, really tensing. And relax. And moving your awareness to your calves and just tensing all the muscles between the ankles and the knees, really tensing. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles and the calves, really tensing. And relax. And bringing the awareness to the knees and the muscles supporting the knees. Just tensing all these muscles as much as you can. And relax. And again, tensing all the muscles around the knees, really tensing. And relax. bringing the awareness to the top of the legs, and just tensing the thighs and the hamstrings as much as you can. And relax. And again, really tensing all the muscles in the top of the legs. And relax. And bringing your awareness to the buttocks, just tensing all the muscles in the buttocks as much as you can. And relax. And again, really tensing. And relax. And bringing your awareness to the lower abdomen and the pelvic region, just tensing all these muscles as much as you can. And again, really tensing all the muscles in the pelvic region. And relax. And bringing your awareness to the stomach region. Just tensing all these muscles as much as you can. And relax. Once again, tensing all the muscles around the stomach. And relax. And moving your awareness to the chest and the lungs, and just tensing these muscles, really tensing. And this time as you relax, just feel all the tension washing away from the body, and relax. And again, tensing all the muscles around the chest, really tensing, and completely and fully relax. Bring the awareness to the hands and the fingers, making two tight fists, just tensing the hands as much as you can. And relax. Once again, tensing the hands, really tensing. Relax. Moving the awareness to the arms, tensing all the muscles in the arms, really tensing. Once again, tensing all the muscles in the arms, and relax. And now bringing your awareness to your shoulders and the back of your neck, just tensing, lifting the shoulders as high as you can, and relax. And again, really tensing, lifting as much as you can. Feel the stretch at the back of the neck. Bringing the awareness to the facial muscles, chin, cheeks, eyes, the mouth, the jaw, and the forehead, and just really tensing all these muscles as much as you can. And relax. And again, really tensing, squeezing all the facial muscles. Feel the relaxation in the body as you turn your attention gently towards your breath. And just try to focus the mind by concentrating on the breathing. And just noticing the sensations in the body as you breathe in. As you breathe out. Notice the abdomen expanding with every inhalation body grounding as you breathe in and out through the abdomen region. And just stay focused on the breath. If the mind wanders, just gently bring it back. And just give yourself complete permission to be fully with this meditation for this short space of time. Knowing that everything else will still be there when you go back. Just allow yourselves to completely relax into the breath. Allow the mind and the breath to become one. Noticing all the sensations in the body as you breathe in and as you breathe out. Just stay focused on the breath. And just watching the natural rhythm of the breath. And now, maintaining the awareness of the breath, gently just as they are, not trying to stop or control them, not judging, just observing the feelings as they are in the body and in the mind. Not trying to stop or control them and not judging, just observing the feelings as they are. And just breathe in peace and calmness into the mind and into the body. Breathe in peace and calmness into your feelings and into your body. And just allow the feelings to settle down. And continuing to maintain the awareness of the breath, gently turn your attention to your thoughts just as they are, not trying to stop or control them, not judging, not creating any new thoughts, just observing the thoughts as they are in the mind and the intellect. Not trying to stop or control, just observing the thoughts as they are. And breathe in stillness and silence into your thoughts and into your mind. Breathe in stillness and silence into your thoughts and into your mind. And just allow the thoughts to settle down. Continue to maintain the awareness of the breath. And with every inhalation, just say to yourself, I am not the body. And with every exhalation, I am not the mind. I am not the body. I am not the body. I am not the mind. I have thoughts and a mind. I am not my thoughts. And I have feelings and a body. But I am not my feelings or my body. I am the witness of my body and my mind. I am the witness of my body and my mind. And just feel this emptiness that you've created between you and your thoughts, and you and your feelings. Just feel the emptiness and the nothingness of that space. Just allow yourself to completely be in that space, leaving everything else behind, not trying to do or achieve anything. Just allowing yourself to completely let go and just to be. be at one with that space and with that emptiness. If any thoughts or feelings should arise, just allow them to pass by as you continue to be in that space. And just feel yourself completely dissolving into the space. So that there is no I, just space. Just give yourself permission to completely be in that space. You are the emptiness, and the emptiness is you. And just allow yourself to enjoy the space and the peace that you've created. Feel the bliss in that space. Feel the energy of the space. Just allow that energy to take over your whole body, your whole being. Allow yourself to completely let go. Feel the freedom of the space. No ties, no demands, just emptiness. Bring your palms together and rub them to create heat between the palms of your hands. Gently cupping your palms over your eyes and slowly, in your own time, opening your eyes. Just give you all a moment to come back. Is everyone okay? Nice. So I want to share with you about resonant breathing. So I have a little presentation. I'm going to share my screen. Just bear with me a moment while sorry, 1 second. Okay. So hopefully you can all see the little mind map that I've done. Can you see that? Yeah? Okay. So here what we have, I just need to make this smaller so that I can see it too. So we have resonance, resonant breathing. And what that means is that when our heart rate variability, blood pressure and brainwave function are in cohesion, so the frequencies of all of these are working at the right rhythm for the body. And what that means, what it does is it supports our nervous system because it balances the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems. Those are the two branches of the nervous system, which I've mentioned before and I'll go on to talk about in a moment. And this allows the nervous system to restore itself once those two are balanced. So that's what it is and what it does, and how it works is the nervous system regulates. It's automatic and it regulates different functions in our body, including the ones we've mentioned: blood pressure, respiration, digestion, the organs. And really, most of the functions are regulated by the nervous system. And what it requires is balance between these two, the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So the sympathetic nervous system is what drives us to activity, to do stuff. It speeds us up, it gets us going. It's the adrenaline pumping in the system. It's it's the mode that we're in when we're in fight or flight. If we are encountering stress, there's a dangerous situation, anything where we need to take action, we go into the sympathetic nervous system. It sets us up to do what we need to do to combat the stress that we're facing. And in a modern day, in modern environments, that stress, that state translates as having to be attending to emails and phone calls constantly, all the different demands that we have on us, family, children, the pressures, COVID, all these things that life is throwing at us, and the mounting things that we have to manage at the same time. That can put us into a sympathetic nervous state. And In contrast, the parasympathetic is when the body is relaxing, we're in a state of rest. It's the state we need to be in to digest. So you may have noticed if you're in a really high stress state, it's really difficult to eat. Sometimes you don't feel hungry, your stomach just disconnects. And that's because the adrenaline is going to other parts of the body. So in order to be able to digest properly, you want to be in a parasympathetic state. It's how we heal. It's how the body mends itself. It's the state of peace. And we achieve this through meditation, mindfulness, gratitude, being in nature, being in love with loved ones. You know, whatever it is, it could be having a hot bath, yoga, meditation, whatever works for you, puts you in a state of parasympathetic healing. The other state is what leads us eventually, if we're overly in a sympathetic state and we don't balance by coming back into parasympathetic, it can lead to states of disease, heart disease, diabetes, anxiety, depression, sometimes cancer, fatigue. All of these are caused when we are imbalanced and more in a sympathetic than parasympathetic nervous state. So, how does this relate to resonant breathing? Let me show you. So, resonant breathing means when we're breathing at about 6 breaths per minute. It's the state that monks and yogis go into when they're in meditation. And what it does, it brings the parasympathetic and sympathetic into an even balance. It means we're kind of flitting between the two at a natural rhythm that gets the body to achieve what it needs to achieve, but also come back into a relaxed state. And this gives you back your sense of who you are, puts you back in the driver's seat so that you're not in a sympathetic, automatic, reactive state. You're more in control of how you feel, what you say, what you do. It brings balance and a neutral zone of calm. You feel balanced, equilibrium, and peaceful. And the benefits of being in balance is improves your pulmonary function, lowers your blood pressure, just a few here, anxiety, depression, increases resiliency and your ability to handle stress. So as you can see, there's a lot of benefit from being in that state. So what we are going to do is practice some resonant breathing. And I've got some music to go with it. And what you do is you breathe with the music. So as the sound of the music changes, you change your breath. So there'll be an inhalation, and then you'll notice a subtle change, and you exhale. So here you can see this one's at 5.5 breath cycles per minute. Normally we breathe at about 15 to 18 breaths a minute. So as you can see, we're about to slow it right down. So are there any questions before we begin the breathing exercise? Okay. So if you get yourselves into a comfortable position, and remember, you just have to follow the rhythm of the music. It's very simple. You're just going to slow the breath right down. So if you're wearing glasses, you can keep them aside. And it's really important to keep the back straight. Really good for the nervous system. The cranial sacral nerve starts at the base here of the brain. It's always good to keep this straight as you do these practices. Okay, eyes closed. Just go with the music. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. had to stop there, unfortunately, because we've run out of time. I'm happy to continue for another few minutes if anyone wants to stay on. If anyone needs to leave, I'd let you know that it is 42.
I have one question.
Sure.
I noticed that for me, it seems a bit too fast.
Okay.
I feel, after a while, I feel the head's fading. If I slow down, if I do cycles of 18, 20 seconds, for me, I feel more relaxed. It would be okay, or change something?
So I totally understand. I had the same feeling when I did it, and I felt I needed to go even slower. I would say instinctively to try and to put yourself in a state that doesn't feel relaxing is probably counterproductive. If you feel more relaxed, slowing it down, definitely I would slow it down.
Okay.
And if you feel that that's working for you in terms of stress relief and relaxation, then definitely do that. The science is saying 6 breaths per minute. I would say definitely try and explore that and see how you feel with it.
And
But it
also,
doesn't feel comfortable to speed up the breath more than what's natural for you. So I might say that might be more stressful.
okay, and also the length of the inhalation is a while, and the exhalation for me usually it's longer. It takes more time.
Yeah, and that's also. Sorry, please.
Do I have to force somehow to do the same time? No.
No, in fact, a lot of stuff I've read. So the research out there gives slightly different times as to what's optimal, but mostly what I found is that it is towards the out breath, the exhalation being longer than the in breath. That's better for the nervous system. So definitely you're onto something with that one.
Okay. So I listen to my body. This is good.
That's always good. Yeah.
Yeah, and to add to Chiara's point, actually, is it just like a different type of exercise that we have just done versus the previous one? Because there was an inhalation, a pause, an exhalation, which felt very relaxing. This one was a little bit more like rushed, as Chiara said. Like, is it just a different type of exercise and we should try both? Or
Did you, when you referred to the last one, do you mean from last session?
No, from the one that we have just done right now, right? Yeah, so there was one we're doing it for a few minutes, like 5 and then 6, and like there was a big pause in between, right? When we do not do anything. Yeah, delay, right?
No, sorry, Anton. Do you mean there's a difference between the session, the resonant breathing we did today and the resonant breathing we did last week? Or
yes,
because they're both the same. We used the same one.
The same one, right? Because it felt like, okay, we're doing an inhalation, like for example, we're doing 5 seconds, then we're pausing, nothing happens, right? And then we're exhaling.
What I think is that just gives you time to go into the exhalation. You see, rather than holding the breath, just kind of using that time, it's just almost like a bridge going from the inhalation to the exhalation without actually stopping in between. Does that make sense? I think you seem a bit confused. You seem it was different last week, but it was actually the same practice. Yeah, it's the same as the link I sent you, but I just feel that it's more like the fading of the music that's kind of taking you from the inhalation to the exhalation. So you can practice it again. Try and practice it again with the link that we sent out in the email. See how you feel. But I would say definitely, if anyone feels that rhythm isn't for them, that's absolutely fine. Just see how your body feels. If it needs to slow it down more, do that. But I wouldn't speed it up too much, because then that might be counterproductive to what we're trying to achieve here. But it also takes practice to change the breath and to slow the breath down. It takes a lot, especially if you're in a very high stress state. If anyone's feeling particularly stressed, it may feel really uncomfortable, but definitely worthwhile. And if you do it for longer, 10 to 15 minutes, then, or even half an hour, it's recommended you can really slow it down and come into it in a more natural fashion. But initially it may not feel comfortable or natural. I understand that.
Can you reshare those links again, maybe? Because I think that they were slightly different. So I don't know, maybe it's just me,
Did you try the breathing app? Remember last week we talked about the breathing app. Perhaps did you use that one instead, by any chance? No? Okay. So I'll send the YouTube link again. And perhaps you're right, there's two links with the same video, but I'm pretty certain that they are the same. But you can have a look and see what you think. I'll send it.
We'll do a bit of comparative analysis, but both practices are really good, right? It's just learning. There's a whole gamut of things, right?
But what you're saying is, if they're different, then the first one was better. Okay.
Yes, it felt like, I don't know.
We'll see. That'll be interesting. Anyone else? Any questions? Any feedback from the meditation or from the practice, the breathing practice?
I personally feel very relaxed right now. I felt relaxed before the breathing exercise. It's like the breathing was actually faster than I was expecting, and it accelerated my heartbeat.
Interesting.
As Chiara was saying, it went also to my head. So I was expecting something more, much slower than it was. It was the first time for me, so I can't compare it to last week. But I can compare it to the breathing we did at the beginning of the meditation. That was much slower and put us in
interesting
relaxation. While that one instead energized me. Lots of oxygen to my brain.
Yeah, speeding it up too much. That's interesting. I mean, that just shows me that you guys really did relax during the meditation and you got good benefit from that. Okay, really good to know. So maybe if you ever need to use the breathing exercise when you're not in a relaxed state of meditation, you can think about using it then. Or just think about bringing your awareness to your breath and slowing it down in your everyday activities, even without using music.
Maybe like Ivan said, we were so relaxed, like yogi, and then even just the slightest increase already, we feel like we're running too fast. That means these sessions have been very good. We're so relaxed.
Yeah, that's really positive.
We feel the lightness of being,
Wonderful. That's lovely. That's lovely.
And how is your cat, Danielle? Is your cat okay there? Relaxed as well?
Yeah, she's sitting with me still. Walked by a couple of times, I'm sure, because I could tell the light changed.
She did stop in front of the screen for a while. That was quite interesting.
Some attention. But it definitely, I really enjoyed the resonant breathing. I've done a couple of different versions considering I suffer from anxiety, and that one seemed to really calm me, the resonant breathing. So I'm going to have to find that link for sure and use that.
Oh, I'm really pleased. I'm pleased it helped. The link was sent out, and I will send it out again.
That's great.
To Dorothy to distribute to you.
Yeah. Sounds very good.
Yeah, it does. That's really positive. It can help you with anxiety. That's major.
I actually wanted to share something I've heard about, like goat yoga. I don't know if anybody heard anything like that. Have you? I've just heard the concept.
Yeah, it's very strange to me.
You heard? It's a strange thing. I don't know how they're done. Danielle is nodding, so maybe she knows more. But I just
I haven't been to it, but I've heard of it. I don't think I could stay with my eyes closed and know that goats are jumping on me.
just an intrinsic concept, you know.
It's really taken off. I don't understand. You hear about it a lot, which I find really strange. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's more the cuteness than the therapy.
Yeah, they are cute. Give them that.
You don't need to go, Danielle. You have a nice cat there, so.
There you go. I'll just lay on the floor and she can walk all over me.
Nice.
All right. Well, great session today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks again.
Thank you all. Real pleasure. Take care. Have a good week.
Take care.
See you next
Thank
week.
you.
Pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.
Take care, Vanita. Bye all.
Everyone.
Ciao.
Ciao.